International Raceway. We'll tell you why in a moment here. Flyracing.com. 2026 gear available tomorrow, Friday, July 18th at 9 a.m. Pacific. I believe the gear will be available to order, and some of it's on display tonight here at Portland International Raceway. This is always a really cool race before the Thursday before Washougal National. Big purse, a lot of great pros coming out and racing. So thanks, everybody, for watching and listening. Use the code PULPMX to save at flyracing.com. Thank you to those guys for everything that they do. Get 100% Decal Works, Seat Concepts, ASV, O'Neill Team Home Lending, and Maxxis Tires all on board with us as well. We'll tell you more about them later on. But again, code PULPMX to save at Fly Racing. 2026 gear out. We're going to have some special guests here during the show, but for now, joining me to talk about Washougal and Fly Racing and more, it's the Jason Thomas. What's up, JT?
Not too much. Happy to be back here. We were here a year ago, and man, it seems fast to be back here.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you ever do this thing on Thursday?
I never raced here, no.
No, okay, yeah. Harlan did it last year, and God, he won a bunch of money. He won like $2,000 or something. It's always been a cool race for privateers to come here and race. So.
Yeah. I know Tyler Bowers had a lot of success here. Weston Pike raced here a ton, but for me, it was literally as far away from home as I could possibly get. So for me to not only get here, but also have the team and a bike here and all those things, it just never worked.
No, absolutely not. All right, 2026 gear available tomorrow at dealers, like I mentioned off the top, but it's here in display right here at PIR. Big year for Fly Racing with the signing Cooper Webb, winning the Supercross title. Lucas Coonan, well, the Carly Racing, Lucas, Sasha, Langefelder, all crushing it in GPs. Langefelder is a points leader. Coonan is closing fast on February.
15 points.
15 points. So when you talk about Fly and the evolution of 2026 gear, a lot of the stuff, obviously new colors and everything else, but the BOA closure system got added to the line last year of the Kinetic, I believe.
10 years for 10 years for a part of the line
for
now.
the Evo.
Yeah.
So not a lot of technological in developments for 2026. I look at it more like the race side of it with a Supercross champion, which is as big as it gets, and then everything you're doing in MXGP.
Yeah, it was a strange timing issue this year for us. We have a lot of products that are kind of about to land in market, so we're going to have a lot of new product stuff in the spring. Of course, our whole line got updated, right? New colors, new graphics, everything. But construction-wise, we're really close to kind of where we want to be. We were hoping that some of our new protection items would land here in the fall, but that's going to be more of a spring thing. But yes, when you look at where the brand is as far as positioning, I don't think we've ever had the momentum that we've had right now. As far as on the racing side, you look at, like you mentioned, Webb. We've kind of been, I would say, not even really that involved in MXGP for a long time. Like we've been a sponsor, but as far as like
you did have Boutron back in the day.
Yeah, but like it was almost like we were, I don't know. Part of it, I was so close to it. I was the one over there trying to get deals done and talking to these teams and whatever, and it just wasn't happening. It was not happening. And then all of a sudden, we just made this huge push forward. Like we landed the riders, we signed Red Bull, KTM to Carly. They're having a breakout year. We have a real chance of winning both championships. We had never won a race in MXGP before this year. We've won a ton this year. We're winning one championship, 15 points out of another. Never won a 450 Supercross championship. We won that. So it's a wild time. When you've been here as long as I have, I've been, a part of this brand. There was a couple years I didn't wear it. Wasn't my choice. But you're talking about like the end of 2002. I've been a part of this brand in some way, shape, or form. It's going on 23 years. I've seen a lot of things happen here. I've never seen it like this, where everywhere I look around the globe in racing, Fly Racing is near the top.
And look at when it comes to the gear itself. I mean, I've been wearing it for years now. You tightened up the knees last year in the Kinetic, I believe.
Yep.
The knee area was tightened up a little bit and refitted a little bit. Every set of line, whether it's Evo, whether it's Kinetic, whether it's the light, they fit a little differently for different types of bodies.
Yeah.
And you guys have fine-tuned that from year to year to year on like, hey, let's do the knees one year, let's do shoulders, let's put the BOA on the back for this line of gear that was always on the Evo or whatever. And at some point, you get to a point where you're like, hey, it's kind of good. Like we're kind of good.
Yeah. We're very fortunate that we have a really broad line. Several, Evo, Light, Kinetic, F16, Patrol, 2 lines of women gear. Like there's so much to choose from. So to your point, yes, every line is purpose built for something a little bit different.
Yep.
Price point and body type and lots of different things.
Even like, for example, the BOA closure system was in the center 2 years ago.
Yep.
You guys moved it to the left side for easier access. Like just tweaks, but it's all good.
Yeah. And I like your point there because it's very true. You get to a certain extent where if you make fundamental changes, the odds of you making something worse at this point is really high. The odds of that are very, very high because we've taken incremental small adjustments to get better and better and better. If you're going to go redesign the wheel, you're probably going to make the product worse. So we're trying to take like 1% steps and each year just be a little bit better. Sometimes you're not even going to notice it. It's just a little small cut change. You're articulating something a little bit more so it's more true to a body type. But that's kind of where you're at when you know it. And I think that's not super unique to us. I would say our competitors, like the strong competitors we're up against, they're in the same place. They're taking little baby steps to make their product a little bit better. Think about what gear looked like when I was racing.
Yeah.
I can go back and look at photos. It doesn't matter what brand. 20 years ago, gear was hanging off and looked like a clown suit. And now these guys, man, it's like everything's custom tailored. Like even the production stuff is really well fit to a really wide range of body types, which is hard to do.
Yeah, no, exactly. And the lines fit different body types too. Like obviously I'm older guy, heavier. So when I put the Evo on, it feels one way. When I put the Kinetic on, it feels other way, so.
Yeah. Like I don't really wear Kinetic. It's built for a little bit. Like it's built looser, right? And it's longer than like an Evo pant. So I'm a short guy. Like that doesn't necessarily fit for me. Well, cool. I can choose from light or Evo if I want, and every one of those, the closer you get to it, the more you learn about them, you can really pick and choose what makes sense for you.
Feedback on the Formula S and the app and everything. What do you hear out there in the field?
Yeah, it's I mean, the whole Formula S thing was kind of a giant step forward. And when you're talking about something that's as technologically advanced as it is, it's going to take time to be adopted, right? And we knew that we were really early, both on an industry level and both on our capacity, but we wanted to be the first mover. We wanted to be first to market with it, and we knew long term what the capabilities were, and we're moving along in lockstep with technology. So as Apple increases their compatibility with other devices, we'll be there to do that. As satellite phones become more integrated with things like those, are all the things that the chip that's already in the helmet is ready for it. We're waiting for kind of the technology to align so we can take next steps. But for us, it was very, very important to establish ourselves. And what we set out to do originally was crash impact detection. That all works incredibly well, right? That's what we were initially worried about. But the integration with lap times and track analysis and all those other things, that's going to come as well. And there's some big things like monitoring like health stuff down the line as some of these, like Apple's really pushing into the medical side. That's going to open up, unlock a lot of things that we're able to do down the line as well. So I think it's going to go slow, and then all of a sudden it's going to go really fast as far as what's possible.
And you guys will be ready for it, like you said. Fly Racing Moto 60 show here. Thanks to the folks at 100%. Pulp MX 30 is the code to save with them. Jet Lawrence wears 100% goggles. He's not bad. Casual wear, also casual sunglasses, sport cycling glasses as well. Mountain bike helmets, gear, all of it, 100%. San Diego-based company, been around since the 1980s. Their roots are in Moto. And the code PulpMX 30 saves. MotoGP and MLB also. So 100% crosses the ranges. Use that code to save. Thank you to them. Maxxis Tires as well. PRMX and the International Supercross race team with Max Miller, hometown guy this weekend, using Maxxis Tires out there. Great mountain bike tires as well. And developed by some guy named McGrath. He was pretty good, I guess. And so check out MXSTs from Maxxis if you can. Thank you to those guys for coming on board. So JT, for you, the spring should see some protection line drops. It'll be really exciting.
Yeah, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but when I looked at the 2026 line, I kind of know what's coming. I know what's in the hopper, right? It's just we were hoping to kind of get it here for fall. It's going to be more of a spring thing, so it's more of a coming soon type thing.
We got a lot of gray this year. A lot of gray stuff I noticed. Like
gray's popular right now, right?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing I look at is a lot of people get scared of white. Because they're like, well, it's going to get dirty, and then it's going to. So you white looks awesome. Like we've had this conversation with Kiefer 10 million
Kiefer
times,
on line
right?
4,
exactly.
Right,
So gray gives you a little bit of a lighter look, but it
Mhm.
doesn't scare the people off of white.
Yep.
And I just think that's why it gets so popular with lines.
I like the Captain America stuff here.
That stuff's awesome.
That's really nice. That's really cool stuff. I like
it's
that,
a
especially as a Yamaha guy.
Yeah, white special edition.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that stuff right there. And then the cover photo of Coop for the catalog for MX26. I like that stuff too.
Yeah, that stuff's awesome. So funny story.
I'm not a Cowie guy, but but he
Yeah.
makes it look okay.
We built that stuff for Justin Brayton, thinking like, oh, it'll pop on the Honda. And he's got a Honda shoot next week. So
Okay.
now we're like scrambling to build some out because Honda's never going to go for that, right?
Oh,
On a
yeah,
Honda.
yeah.
So it will look awesome. It's just not going to work necessarily for him next week. My personal favorite is the black Evo Special Edition. That's what I will be wearing in the Whole Shot Challenge tomorrow. That's kind of facing away from you.
Yeah,
right
I
behind
see.
The blue.
Yep.
It's got this really reflective foil on it, so it'll shine in the light. Like that stuff looks super clean.
Yeah, I saw that. You know what? I need to go see it in person. I don't know if the photo I saw did it justice.
It's right there.
Yeah. So I need to go check it out. Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah,
got it. It does kind of pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the light, that
Right.
foil shines.
Right.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, whole shot contest tomorrow afternoon. How you feeling about that?
I mean, I have no expectations. I'm nervous only because everyone else expects me to do something.
A lot of people watching.
My personal expectation of my skill set is low to zero.
Mhm.
Like I don't believe in myself much at all. Everyone else seems to think that I can't lose, which makes me nervous.
Yeah, disappointed in all the Team JTs I've been hearing, and that's fine. That's fine.
It's what it's supposed to be.
No one thought Rocky was going to beat Clubber Lang. No one. And here we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it's supposed to be. Like if you took anybody and you put me up against somebody really great, I would be like, yeah, I have no chance.
Mhm.
Like that's the way it's supposed to go. But I just haven't ridden in so long. I don't know what to expect.
Well, stay tuned for that. That's after press day tomorrow at Washougal. Should be interesting. There'll be Racer X Films, I think, on it as well. And I know Lars and the Honda guys have been having fun with it. So yeah, we should see how that goes. But by the way, too, Decal Works on board with this Fly Racing Moto 60 show. Pulp MX 25 code to save with them. Red Bull KTM, of course. Down to one rider. Red Bull KTM. We got word that Tom Vial is out and Beaumer, of course, is out. AP's sick. So they just have Chase Sexton over there. When it comes to Washougal, by the way, so Decal Works, Pulp MX 25, great company for the graphics. We're starting to lose some riders here. It's a long season. Jason Anderson, the news dropped this morning. He is out. Now, I expected him to be out this weekend. And then if you told me, he's coming back for the last 3 SMX, I'd be okay. But no, Cowie put out, he is done. So Jason Anderson's done. We're starting to lose some guys here, and it's a long year.
Yeah, is there any chance he comes back for the playoffs?
No, it says SMX season.
Okay, I thought it said Pro Motocross.
No, it said the rest of the SMX season. Yeah.
So I wonder.
He's
I mean,
out.
you could kind of see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
I think on our fantasy podcast, I kind of alluded to the fact that I felt like he was mailing it in a little bit.
Mhm.
Like something clearly was not right. But when you DNF 3 out of 4 motos and you don't finish, you're not leaving it all on the racetrack. Either. And Paul wasn't thrilled with that comment. Whatever. It just felt like it was going this way. It felt like it was going this direction.
Don't you believe there's an illness?
Yeah. I'm not saying he's
well, mailing
out
it in
to
and
quit.
Illness are two different things to me. So
okay. Let me put it this way: if he was sick and he was second points, I think you'd see gutting out.
Mhm.
You just see he's throwing up, pulling into the podium, falling,
Lay
passing
out, right.
right? I don't think it would be this.
Sure.
Is all I'm saying.
Right. So that's it for his Cowie ride, for his Cowie career. When you think about it, that he had very successful years, some moto wins, Supercross wins, 7 or 9 Supercross wins or something. So overall, I mean, a good stay at Monster Energy Kawasaki for him. But probably both sides are probably looking for a change.
Yeah, I mean, 2022 was incredible.
Yeah,
7 Supercross wins, wins an outdoor race, which he'd never done. 2022 was a career-making season outside of 2018 for him. But I would go back to, I firmly believe that Sexton signed the contract right before Seattle.
Mhm.
Then Anderson leaves Seattle midday. You could have said he's done at Cowie right then.
Yeah.
When he left in the middle of the day in Seattle, the writing was on the wall for exactly what we see right now. I know he's probably sick. I know there are things going on. I'm not saying that he quit on them. I'm just saying that all of those things. Like the catalyst was right then, and we're seeing the tail end of it now.
Yeah, it's hard as a media guy to cover this sport sometimes when you just get illness, and then, after Southwick, he pulls out of both motos, and I walk back after the moto, and he's hanging out watching the race.
Right.
And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, okay, yeah, watching a race and racing Southwick is two different things, but like, I don't know. I come from the school of like, you're paid to do a job.
Yeah.
Same with Chase Sexton. I was kind of critical of Chase Sexton, banged up. Like, getting your teeth kicked in, that sucks, but you're also paid a lot of money to get your teeth kicked in. So I'm old school where I'm like, you should be out there racing.
Well, the problem is, and this same thing goes for when Chase Sexton's not really doing as well. I would say right now for Eli Tomac is we know what these guys are capable of. So when you're nowhere near that and you're not finishing and it's able to be questioned where your effort level is, that's where the trouble comes in. Like I when I watch, okay, let's take Aaron Plessinger. I see him pulling the mechanics area, like he looks like he's dying on the bike, right? I see Anderson. I know he's not feeling great, but could he keep going?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right. Like he was like, I've thrown up in my helmet. Yeah, I've thrown up in my helmet 100 times, and I'm not like he's a million times better rider than I ever was. I know what that feels like. I just feel like if anything goes wrong or had been going wrong for Anderson, he just pulled the rip shoot.
Yeah.
Like if anything went wrong, and
it's a really hard sport. It takes a lot of work off the track, on the track, and I guess if you are not all in.
Yeah, and I think once Seattle happened, and I firmly believe this, and I have zero evidence to support it, but once he realized that he was not staying there and they had signed Sexton, he knew he was out. In that moment, when they signed Sexton, he knew he was out. His heart was out of this championship. Like his heart had exited stage left. And that guy, like I think he takes a lot of heat because people don't think he cares. I know firsthand that he practices and puts more laps in than most.
Yeah.
Like it's not like when he's all in, he's not doing it. I know but I just think his heart was not in it anymore. Like he wanted to stay there. And once they said, yeah, we're going to go a different direction, I think it was just a countdown clock of when he was going to be out of there.
I talked to a Cowie guy at Paula about it, and he was like, Jason, when he's all in, is really good.
Yeah.
All focused.
Agreed.
But he can't stay all in for that long. The slightest thing knocks him off course. Like this guy mentioned he had a problem with a house. I don't know. One of his houses had a problem.
Yep.
That was it. He was gone to take care of this house, and the effort was now distracted on the house.
Yeah, which that seems crazy.
Yeah.
That's it. Like hire somebody to go do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, well, here's a property manager.
He's also notoriously
go do that. Cheap.
Right?
I understand, but like this is how you make your money.
Yeah.
Being cheap in this sense is this. You should only be worried about this. So pay this guy
the
$2,000 a month to go do that.
The Kawasaki guy's like, when he's in, it's amazing, but he's like a chipmunk. I think he used the word chipmunk, where it's very distracting.
Like shiny objects somewhere else.
Yeah. So Jason Anderson's out for the year. Do you think we see AP back though in a couple weeks?
I do.
Yeah, in a couple weeks for Unadilla.
I think
Ironman. Yeah.
As similar as they sound on paper, I think the situations are different.
Yeah.
I think AP just can't do it. And if he flies across the country, shows up and races here, it's not going to help.
Yeah.
Like flying 6 hours on a Thursday ain't going to make him any better.
No,
so I think they're doing the right thing. I think if you were reading a press release, Anderson and AP would sound exactly the same, but they could not be further apart.
The Washougal this weekend here coming up. Weather's going to be really nice. It's Washougal, so it's harder packed, shade, calm weather, a different track. Like this place always is like a bit of a reprieve on your results if they're going bad. You can come here and not be worn down. It's a fairly easy track physically wise to race. Things can change here. So it's a different race. It is such a different race from where we've been going. So the results could be different. Like we may see that Patcherell get up there, and we may see different guys do different things because of just a bit of a break.
Yeah, and today's the hottest day. It's going to be the high at the track's going to be 76 on Saturday, right? So that means it's going to be like 60 in the first moto or something, That's going to be really nice. And I think to your point, it's the weather, and it's also this track is very unique. The dirt, it's super hard and slippery. It's a very different type of racetrack than we've had for the last three. Think about Millville, Redbud, and Southwick. This could not be any further different than what you see there. So I like what you said about guys like Guillaume and Patcherell and these guys that have kind of different skill sets. They've ridden tracks in France and Switzerland. Like you can see different results. I don't know why. Like Hayden Deegan is so good here, but he is phenomenal at this racetrack. Like this was his breakout day in 2023. He smashed everybody here, but it does have. You will see riders that have breakout days at Washougal that it really doesn't make any sense other than it's Washougal.
Freddie Noren showing up on a Yamaha. I guess just out of a van. I don't really know. I talked to him a little bit, but so there's a guy that's really good at Washougal.
I mean, Weston Pike years ago when he was kind of like a mid-wing privateer would be like 8th here. It's stuff like that.
Okay, maybe you knew this already because maybe you looked. How many points do you think Hunter is up on 3rd place? Hunter Lawrence.
I have not looked.
Okay.
But I am going to say, well, man, that Redbud DNF for Tomac was rough. AP hasn't been racing. I'm going to say 50.
Okay. All right. So, no, it's 40.
Okay.
But it wasn't that long ago that it was a battle for second. It was a battle. Tomac, Justin Cooper, AP, Hunter Lawrence. In like 2 races, he's over 40 points.
Is it J-Coop?
On J-Coop.
Yeah.
I think he's 39 up. On like this battle
Doesn't
for
take
like
much, man.
This battle for like who's after Jet, it's decided almost. I mean, it would take an injury or I mean, Hunter's raising his game, and the other guys are falling off, sickness. Tomac's bike, Justin Cooper, all of that, and now Hunter Lawrence is 40 up.
Yeah,
life comes at you fast.
I mean, consistency pays off, especially like we talk about how hard it is to do 31 races.
Yeah,
I mean it will catch you quickly if you're. I mean, we talk about Hunter being 39 up. Hunter missed what 9 Supercrosses. You know what I mean? So it's
season.
like Justin Cooper would be like, yeah, man, I've been at every one. Like Hunter didn't race half a Supercross.
Well, so Justin Cooper would be the only because with AP out, Justin Cooper would be the last guy left,
and he has I
think
12 or 14-point lead in the SMX World Championship points for it. That to credit him, like he hasn't been dominant in any way, any time. He hasn't won a race, and yet he's going to go in, barring injury, as the points leader.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hunter's really elevated his game here.
Phenomenal.
So Sexton is not going to finish 40 seconds behind these guys this weekend, right? It's going to be a better Chase Sexton. It's a good track.
He's good here.
Weather's nice.
I think yes. To answer your question, he'll be closer. I'm more interested to see where is Tomac. I think Sexton is like a known quantity.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the fight for the podium. If he's 20 seconds down or 5 seconds down or 30 seconds down, not too super worried about him.
Yep.
I want to know if Tomac's even close. If it doesn't happen here, it's over. I'm just telling you, like, we already know it's not good. It's not good. But I'm just saying, like, if he doesn't show anything here, it's done. Like, I'm calling it. It's done. Because this is his best track on paper.
Yeah.
It is his best track on paper.
You said Hangtown was.
I said it was one of his best. Yeah, whatever. We can split hairs. Fine. I was not correct in saying it was the best track, but this is.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to show any signs of life.
Yeah. Well, but
what more do you want?
I would take umbrage with the word. It's already over if you're talking title. You said
I'm
it's
just
over.
Saying like sentiment.
Yeah.
Any sort of like if you're because there are Tomac diehards that are like, no man, he's going to figure it out, and I'm like, okay, well if you can't go to your best track and figure it out,
but if
he get any easier.
If he battles Hunter and Chase. And Jet's gone, and he goes 4-4. That's still a good showing.
Yeah. I don't think Jet will be gone though.
Yeah,
quote unquote gone.
Yeah.
I think this is a racetrack where I think he'll win, but it's going to be like a 4-second.
Yeah, he's going to be old school.
Yeah.
Jet,
I don't see him riding off into the sunset because this track doesn't reward like pushing, and Jet on tracks you can't really push, he doesn't.
So, talk about. Do you think he's back?
Tomac?
Yeah. Like, do you think if you just I'm with you. Like it's his best track.
It's really hard to think he's just going to snap out of it.
Yeah,
he looked awful last week.
He
90
really did.
seconds down.
Wow, it's not. So, bike blows up at Redbud. Bad gate pick. Gets a 7th. Okay, I get it. Second moto at Millville. Kind of finishes around where he starts. Moves up a couple spots. I think it's the first moto at Millville.
He was 50 seconds behind Chase.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
And Chase was nowhere.
Yeah. Like, no. It was
like if you told me that Tomac didn't crash and had a relatively okay moto and finished a minute and a half behind Hunter, I would tell you you're insane.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
It is absolutely. It's a big race for him, and we'll see how he does. I mean, I've been on the wreck. I just think he's an older guy, and he can't bring it all the time.
You've been right.
And I think
you've
that
been right.
you know, and then
I think you were a little wrong early
on the
but you've been proven right now.
On the review show I'll give him also, because we saw this again when his Cowie blew up. I'll give him I lack my motivation because I'm out of the title.
Mm-hmm.
I will give him some of that. Like, hey man, he's out of Yamaha. He's got no chance at the title. Like, I'll give him some of that. But you would think a champion like him, an all-timer, and a Mount Rushmore almost kind of guy. I mean, you can make a case he is on Mount Rushmore Moto. You just can't take what happened in that first Moto laying down.
But I'm shocked at and I'm not trying to insult him, but like these guys have big egos. That's how you do it, right?
They all do, yeah.
You have to, because they're so, like, these guys are alphas. To make it this far, you have to have an ego. Like, where's the pride in this?
Yeah.
Like, he has to be like, I know what it's like to battle with the guys I'm supposed to be racing with. And then if I was way behind them and battling guys I'm not supposed to be racing with, the feelings are the same.
Yeah.
So it'd be the same for him. Like, I would come in and be throwing stuff. Like, that typically will result in you riding better.
Yeah.
Because you're like, no way.
Yeah.
Not today.
Yeah.
This is not, and we haven't seen it.
No.
Like, we have not seen it.
No, not at all. You're right. Fly Racing, use code PulpMX to get a savings at flyracing.com. I want to thank the folks at ASV Levers as well. Good old Bob over there. ASV is celebrating 25 years of the inventor of the original unbreakable adjustable motocross lever. The new American Revolution colorway of the ASV MX ODI Pro Pack is now available in red, white, and blue. The code PulpMX, all caps, saves you 20%. They're tested and used by AMA Pro racers, and they'll be at Loretta's as well, vending. I won't be at Loretta's. I didn't make it. I don't know if you guys heard, but ASV Levers, thank you to them.
Best thing that could have happened.
I know, you keep saying that. O'Neill Team Home Lending as well. Please check it out. Craig's got many years in the business, helping Dean Wilson, helping Parabinos, helping many guys out with their mortgages, whether it's a refi, whether it's pulling equity out, whatever it is. O'Neill Team Home Lending can help you. $1,500 towards closing costs as well if you tell Craig you listen to Pulp and you heard it on here. So O'Neill Team Home Lending, friend of JT as well. Really nice guy.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, and he'll do you right. So please check that out as well. Seat Concepts and Get, we'll tell you more about later. Seat Concepts, that guy's over there. Seat Concepts is vending here. Use the code PulpMX when you're saving. Any chance we see a different Prado? I think there is.
Well, like, I don't think better than Redbud.
2 top 5 motos?
I mean, he led half the moto at Redbud.
Yep.
Like, he ain't gonna be better than that. No way.
But he didn't finish 2 top 5s at Redbud. So can we get 2 top 5s?
If you told me he went 5.5,
okay.
We've seen him 5th in motos. Like,
he's got
Hangtown,
two fifths.
Last week he was 5th. Like that.
Sorry, 3 fifths.
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me. 5.5 is
yeah.
fine. Leading 15 minutes plus in a moto, I don't see getting better than that.
Right. Okay.
And he wouldn't have had Jed not crashed. He wouldn't have led 15 minutes of that moto.
Yeah. Now he rebounded with a 5th in Millville. Nice job.
First moto was a disaster.
I don't know how you do that.
He quit.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
And I don't know if you're Dan Fahey, and you're watching that, and he's making a lot of money, and it's a 3-year deal. And I get it, not happy with the motorcycle.
Listen,
but man,
I don't have anything vested in it. Like it doesn't change my life one iota if he gets first or last.
Yeah.
I was disgusted with the first moto. Right? I can't imagine if you're putting that much time and effort and money into something and you watch that. Because I'm just like you. It's all I've been doing my whole life is watching this and doing this. When you sit up and you're taking your hand off the bars, he literally blocked Roos with his hand one time.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay, I wasn't there.
You have effectively quit mid moto. You know, like doesn't matter to me. I'm just telling you what reality is. You quit mid moto. 100% he did. So the second moto, nice job.
Yeah,
like way to regroup and stand up for yourself a little bit. But that first moto, I'm sure he was beside himself, frustrated. That's how you get there, right?
But just what you said about the Tomac thing, there's a pride.
100%. And I'm sure for him to get there was a cumulative effect to quit like that. But to his credit, he regrouped.
Yeah.
And the second moto was okay.
I don't know how. Again, not happy with the bike. Okay, I get it. But there's a limit on riders, and if it's 80%, not whatever number you want to put on it, there's a number of percent that you can ride an hour at and not be scared and not, you know what I mean, not push it and everything else. And I don't think his 80% was put in that first moto. So like if you're out there and you're like, hey, no good, it's twitchy, don't like it, back it down to that whatever number you want, and then just ride the 30 minutes. Yep. It didn't even look like he did that. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
No,
that's the point where I'm like, wait.
I mean, that was
So-
that was quitting.
Yeah.
Like it is,
Yeah.
right? Like if he would just say, okay, piss on it. I don't care what place I'm getting. I'm going to try as hard as I possibly can. It
Mhm.
wouldn't have looked like that. It
Yeah.
wouldn't have been as bad as that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think we're approaching a dangerous point, I think, because at some juncture, patience from everybody is going to wear thin.
Yeah.
Right? Like everybody's burning the midnight oil. Jorge, he brought in Chad Reed. Like they're
Yeah.
turning over every rock to try to figure this thing out. But I've been around this, and you try and try and try and try, and you're getting your head kicked in, and
Mhm.
results aren't coming. At some point, somebody's going to break. Jorge's going to freak out. Team's going to freak out. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I worry about the most. When everybody's still engaged and you're trying to get better, and the starts have come around like that, they've at least got something.
Yeah.
Starts are better, right?
Yeah.
We've seen a fast lap or two in qualifying. Like, you've seen bright spots, but
Yeah.
I think it's so important for everybody to stay mentally there
Yeah.
and like not quit on each other, because that's when it really goes sideways if you get to that pot. that spot.
What's insane to me is I heard this from a pretty good source that his agent was calling around MXGP teams.
I believe that.
Like I'm like, wait, what? We're
Yeah, I
6
believe
months
that.
in?
Yeah.
We're 6 months in and we're doing this? So,
Yeah,
you know,
but
that's
I mean, I actually I didn't have anybody to ask. I know his agent a
Yeah.
little bit, and not like I'm gonna ask him, but
Mhm.
that does not shock me at all.
Yeah.
When you look at how much availability there was, Honda needed a guy,
yeah.
KTM needed a guy,
Right.
Yamaha needed a guy. I could see that happening 100%.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
I don't think it's the right thing. I think he would regret it for the rest of his life, giving up if he did that.
yeah.
But I understand seeing what's out there.
Yeah. It's been something else, man, for sure. Washougal this weekend. Gonna have Damon Bradshaw join us here shortly as well, the legend that is Damon Bradshaw. SMX staying on Prado. We got SMX coming up. Not his specialty. Now, no whoops. That definitely helps. Tracks are a little
I think
basic-ish.
it'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean, to me, in my eyes, SMX or the last four nationals here, it's not getting any better. Like if you just said, like you said, 5.5.
Mhm.
Okay, like
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Like we'll see him 5.5, and that'll be a good day for him. I imagine if you talk to him after that 5.5 day, he will not think that's a good
Right.
day. But that's all we're getting out of him. I think this
Yeah,
this train is
Yeah.
off the tracks.
I don't think you're going to see a huge drop off for SMX though.
Right.
The tracks are not super technical.
Right.
Right. And his starts are good, which will help him in
Mhm.
SMX, I think. Versus, like if his starts sucked and his pace was bad,
Yep.
could be really ugly for SMX, but his starts have come around.
Right.
So he's going to put himself in good position. If you told me he was, 5 to 8 the whole SMX, I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah,
look,
yeah, yeah,
look at who's
yeah.
there. Guys are hurt.
Yeah.
Some guys won't be there.
Right.
Like guys are dropping off now.
Yeah.
It'd be all right. But I think what you're saying is we're not going to see some miraculous turn
I don't-
where he's battling for podiums.
Do you think or no?
I don't- no,
No.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. I
don't.
think that we got to now move on to 2026.
What I see the most troublesome thing, and I can't really. Well, I have a theory on it. The fitness side is curious to me.
Uh-huh.
He looks tired at times.
Yeah.
He looks tired at times. The only thing I can think of is he is trying so damn hard and overriding every situation so much to try to do better because he knows he's not doing well enough that he's way over the limit the whole time. Now, is that on him? Is that on the bike? Is that on? I don't know. That's
Yeah.
not for me to
Yeah, yeah.
decide. But I think he's wearing himself out. Pushing too hard.
I know that he told the Cali guys, I need to be in better shape.
Yeah.
At some point.
But, like-
he said, I got tired.
But like, I'm sure the heat is a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But I watched him. I've watched this guy for so long in person and on video. I've studied him because it's my job too. And fitness wasn't really a problem.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I watched him at Lamo last year.
Yeah.
Until Jeffrey said, "Okay, time to go."
Yep.
I mean, he was clearly the second best guy in the sand, and Lamo was brutal.
Yeah.
I don't know where this lack of fitness is coming from.
Yeah.
Like it's way past injury time. Like you
Yeah.
should be fine
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You've had plenty of time
Yep.
to do all that. You should have even been preparing. Like when you have shoulder surgery, once you get somewhat healthy, you should be a bicycle freak
Yeah.
before you can start riding.
Yeah. Yep.
So it is curious to see him like he is smoked when he comes off the track. I get
Yeah.
to see him like he is a wreck.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Cowie, you're definitely, you're
I do-
pointing to that and
I
being
do
like,
think
hey,
he's pushing too hard though.
Yeah.
Like if you're not doing well enough, there's not going to be any time in the moto where you kind of like chill and like he's always like, they're yarding me. So he's just on the limit all the time. And I think that's having an effect, because in MXGP he's not. He's like kind of taking things as they come, being really situational. I don't think he's able to do that at all right now. And that's a big difference, I think, in where his fitness would necessarily be. Like a guy like Chase, I think Chase can handle that. Like he just has to sit on the limit and go for it.
Yeah.
But Chase is a physical freak that way. I don't think Jorge is built to sit on the limit for 35 minutes.
Fly Racing Moto 60 show. We'll talk some 250s as well later on in the show. But for now, speaking of sitting on the limit, a man who went past the limit a few times in his racing career, 125 Supercross champion, one of the all-timers from Fly Racing, of course, Damon Bradshaw. What's up, Beast? How are you?
Oh, good, man. Just glad to be here. I don't know what's proper terminology. I call it Thursday Night Moto. And I know, and our new gear launch. So yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it. Looking forward to going to the race on the weekend and then getting a ride on Sunday.
Never a big fan of Washougal, right?
Not really.
I know you said this before. Yeah.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I had some success here, and actually my first national was really good to me there, and in the tail end of 1988 was really good. So not just the dirt, you know. I never really thought, you know, it. And I always say it, you know, it looks awesome, but it's not the foot peg dragging dirt that you really truly think it is. You still have to ride the track, and what makes me like it, the little bit, is just the beauty of the place and the natural terrain and the well, where you live now isn't much different, you know? Right? Yeah, like, I mean, I love the terrain change, the up and downs. I mean, to me, that's more real motocross, and I think it hasn't changed a lot, but I think it was even more real during my time, you know, being less jumps. You know, I was in the subject with a guy last night talking about, you know, outdoor motocross and all the jumps, and it's like, man, these guys just finished Supercross. Why can't we go more old school, real, you know, moto? I mean, they've been jumping all year, and it's like, but anyways, that's just my opinion. But
yeah, I actually wrote about this one time, and Davey and I got into a little bit of an argument because around the Glen Helen time, and then Tim Ritchie put in a huge triple, not the leap, he put in another one on the other side, and then we had Glen Helen, and I wrote like, hey man, like at 30 minutes in, when there's ruts, do we need these death jumps? Like, Tim already has LaRocco's leap, and he built another one on the other side. So Davey was like, you know, not happy that I was being a little bit critical. And Glen Helen had some death-defying things, as JT knows. And I was like, what are we doing? These guys are tired. It's 30 minutes in.
I agree. I mean, I get it, you know, the fans and the whole blah, blah, blah. But then again, we need riders to finish the seasons.
No, you know, absolutely.
The injury list is just too big. And I'm not blaming that all on the tracks. But anyways,
Glen Helen had a jump that I'm not talking about like, I went as fast as I could go out of the corner. I went as fast as I could go, period.
Yeah.
My bike was as fast as it would possibly go. It was like 07.
Jumping into REM?
Going towards OEM. As fast as my bike would go. I was on the limit in fifth gear as fast as it would go. If I had more, I would give it because I was barely making the jump.
Yeah.
Like, that's not.
No.
At 32 minutes and everybody's smoked, that is not a good place to be. Thankfully, well, we don't go to Glen Helen anymore, but thankfully, like, cooler heads prevailed past that, and they're like, hey, don't do this again.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, look back at even like days of Saddleback when they had the big step-up jump, and it would get so gnarly and poof dirt and dust, and you know, guys were going at it, and that was gnarly, but that was the natural terrain of that track. It wasn't like they went in there and built this thing, you know. So
well, there was I always thought there was a problem of like, can we jump this? Yes. Do you want people that, like, their vision's a little fuzzy at 31 minutes in, trying to do this as fast as their bike will go? Or what if their bike lets go going as fast? Because it's not really built to go as fast, wide open, right? Like,
which has happened.
Yeah, you're asking for a big problem.
Absolutely. Funny you say about Washugal, though. Like, you do have some great moments here. 96, coming back to that ride was amazing. That was when Keith told you were done at Yamaha after that.
Yeah, that happened Monday morning.
Right.
Is that the catcher's mitt year?
No, the catcher's, and I was going to bring that up too.
95?
Catcher's mitt was 96.
No, it was 96.
Catcher's mitt?
Yeah,
96?
yeah. When I passed Rhino down there, because that was like one of my best rides of the year. And then when I got the notice I was getting fired on Monday morning, was like, you know, and it wasn't a death ride for me because, you know, they had already told me contract was good.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you get that out of guys, right? When it starts coming contract time, you go into avenues you typically don't go. But that wasn't the case. It was just a good year for me. And
Monday morning.
Yeah.
Clipped. That was a great ride, though. When you think about yourself, like, that catcher's mitt catcher's mitt pass has been played on YouTube a ton, right? So
Yeah.
Hey, we're here at the 26 gear launch for Fly, and you've been part of Fly Guys for a long time. I mean, Terry Baisley way back in the day, and Craig Shoemaker and all that got you on board when you got out of the monster trucks and all of that, and they've stepped it up again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very fortunate to still be a part of the family, and hopefully we continue for 27 and 28, but yeah, I mean, it made sense for me clear back, and I had been riding in Fly gear for a long time before even a lot of people knew, just because I was not in the eye anymore. I was just riding, so to still be a part of the Fly Racing and Yamaha and Monster, and man, I feel very fortunate to still get paid to ride my motorcycle and still get to come to events like this. And but you do what you know, right? I mean, it's what I want to do. I mean, I still enjoy ride. I still ride a lot at home, and actually this year I've had more opportunity to ride in Idaho than I have in a long time, just because not quite as many events as I did last year. Last year was like 36 events for me, which was borderline too much. But yeah, so I still enjoy it, and I still can't get enough of it.
What is up for you? What is up next for you? What have you been doing? You've been going to Blue Crew stuff, right?
All the Yamaha Blue Crew stuff. We still have one more, which will be after Motocross to Nations. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going to Motocross to Nations and trying to help those kids, mentally through an event that I've had experience being at several times. So look forward to that. But yeah, it's really neat with what I'm doing. I get to do so many different things. I mean, like being here, this weekend for this, and then, going to an event like Motocross to Nations, and then also riding at the Yamaha Blue Crew event. So I get to do a lot of different things that keeps me interested in riding.
What'd you make of the 70th anniversary bikes, red and white, coming out Yamaha?
Yeah, it was, to be honest, it was kind of a shock. I mean, Yamaha does really well at keeping their lips sealed together when new stuff is coming. I kind of had an idea, but I really didn't know, because if I wasn't completely part of that launch, then you don't know what's going on, even though I talk to all of them and work with them on a regular basis. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being a part of that, just because it was kind of part of my era.
Me being Canadian, that's all I know is red and white Yamahas. You guys didn't switch till 85. You were a yellow up until then, and you probably remember that.
The 85. That was the 85 theme.
Yeah, 85 was red and white. They went to the internet. But
that was what they were throwing back to.
Yeah. No, well, it's the 70th anniversary of Yamaha in general.
Well, so the Star guys told me it was 85 was what they built that color scheme around for the weekend. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I grew up with red and white Yamahas.
So
when I saw that,
I always
was
liked them. I wondered why we could never get them in the States. And actually, one of my Yamaha Tenere 700, my adventure bike, I've had red and white scheme on it for the last 3 years. And Mike Ulrich at Yamaha, when I first built that bike and put it together, he's like, "Why is it red and white? That's not our colors." And I'm like, well, it has been our colors before, and it was the first colorway of the T7. Well, it's not now, so we had this little, but Jennifer told me it was okay, and she liked it, well, so that meant more to me.
Jennifer's the boss.
That's right.
Not Mike.
That's right.
Well, so like 1991, I had two YZ80s from 85 and 86.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I was a little underpowered versus the field, but I had two different years, and they were both red and white. I'll never forget them. Like 85, 80. They were either 86 and 87 or 85, 86. This was a 91.
86 had the lowered tank. 85 did not. They're 85 and 86 is radically different.
I think they were 86, 87.
Okay. They were
very similar, but not the same year. Right. And I just remember pulling up next to like Team Green kids, and I'm like, I'm going to get wrecked here. Right. This is not going to go well.
Yeah. I did the testing on the YZ80 then.
Yep.
Would have been the first year we went white and red, because I went to Indian Dunes to do that testing, which was the first time I'd been a part of the testing program, which was really cool. The bike was really cool, but I was more interested in seeing the General Lee at the time, because we were at Indian Dunes, and that's where it was filmed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard filmed
so
up there.
All day long, that's all I looked for was that. But it was pretty cool. I just now thought of that while we were talking to been a part of that coming back.
I was just thinking too. You talk about Washugal and your racing memories here. Also, you probably did 3 or 4 years of brand new bike shoots up here. Yamaha rented Washugal every single year. They still do.
Yeah, no, I
Bob and Scheidler and yourself and those ads.
Yeah,
right.
Those.
Yeah, no, very, very iconic spot, and it's.
You must have been so pissed in the middle of the year to have to fly all the way up here to do that.
It really wasn't because it was pretty.
You were in Idaho then?
No, I wasn't in Idaho yet. So I liked coming here because of the beauty and the river, and because I always liked the mountains, and so it was never And then once I moved to Idaho, I liked coming even more because I would fly myself up from home to Portland, and then do the deal, and then I could go home that afternoon on my own airplane. So. No, the other thing, and again, I always go back to this, but the fans made it better for me than just the track, because they really were. I mean, they lined the place, and to me, that was all part of it. Because if it wasn't for them, what would we be there for?
No, for sure. And actually, we're doing a live show tomorrow night at the track in the beer garden, and JT and myself, why can't we get some special guests do it? It's great. The fans are awesome.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I mean. Washugal for local people is like an institution.
Yeah.
They race here a lot. They come here all the time. So the National, I think, not so different from Southwick, is like the outside world coming into their house.
Yeah.
Like this place, some of these tracks we go to, they don't ride there a lot, right? Like Hangtown doesn't really have races. Yeah. This place, Southwick, there are a few places that it really feels like you're entering someone else's like local track, and it feels different because of that.
No, absolutely. Fly Racing, use code PulpMX. 2026 gear available tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific on the
9
website.
a.m. Pacific, yep.
So get your orders in. The dealers will be able to order it up, and you'll be able to get it soon. I like this stuff here, Damon. Little Captain America, Union Jack thing.
I always liked the red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I was telling one of the girls I still have that set that we had a couple of years ago, and I think I probably wore it when it was out of date. I wear a lot of gear that's out of date because this all happens so fast. I make the comment all the time. It's like before I go to an event, I got to pull out the catalog, or I got to go online and go, okay, is this gear I'm taking? Because somebody's going to see it and go, why are you, wearing that? But
and like Bob, like we all love him, right? When he was here, that was a big no-no. If you were wearing something that was not in a catalog or not available, my gosh, you're asking.
See, and I like that because then I know I'm probably not going to see somebody else in the gear like I'm wearing. And I like to wear a pair of pants with a different jersey and a different glove.
Yeah.
But I don't like the all matchy match sometimes. But it was just brought to my to hear a second ago about you guys doing some hole shot thing. I just heard about it 30 minutes ago.
Okay, so that's tomorrow. We're doing this, myself and JT. So I've had a theory, Damon. Now, Hunter and Jet Lawrence are great riders.
Yep.
But these Hondas are these greats and outdoors. They're so good off starts, right? There's something good on these bikes. And so so initially I was like, look, I'm a shitty vet rider. I just went 6'6" at the regional. By the way, Chicken was in my class.
Oh, really?
And then I started next to him, and he said, I'm going to take you out, dude. I said, bro, I'm not Bradshaw. And then he laughed. So, yeah. Anyways, so I was like telling people, I'm like, look, those Hondas are so good that they got something going on with their start maps, with the grate and the transfer of power, never mind the everything about their start map.
And the rider.
Yes.
A little bit.
Mostly the rider. But I was saying that the crappy rider, could get on that thing and I could hole shot somebody like on a regular bike, just at a production bike. It started with me hole shotting Hunter. I got a little too carried away. I was a little big for my britches when I was yelling about pulling starts on Hunter.
Terrible claim.
I backed off of that. And somewhere along the line, it was Lars and I going to do it. And then somewhere along the line, it became JT. So JT is going to be on a production Honda 450. He's going to have a start hook. I'm going to be on Hunter Lawrence's bike. Maps, ignition curves, transmission, everything. And technically, I mean, he should beat me. He's former pro rider, ride a lot now, but, very good rider back in the day.
Maybe a little rusty.
Yeah. So
I am rusty for sure.
He's probably been practicing, just not telling anybody.
No, he grabbed a bike.
No, I rode around a parking lot like for 15 minutes last weekend. Like it was all I could do. Like Skyline had a school going on, whatever. I'm going to try to practice some starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not on top form.
Yeah.
Like no doubt about that.
So I'm going to be on Hunter's bike with the start map and everything else, and the longer second gear and the longer third gear, and he's going to be on a production bike.
When is all this going to go down?
After press day
2 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, is it time? Is it 2? Okay.
They ride from 1:30 to 2.
Okay.
And we got to do it right away.
Yeah.
Because I have meetings at 3.
Okay.
So it's got to happen.
Tomorrow. Yeah. So we'll see if vet pudgy 50-plus rider can beat a former pro on a factory Honda. And how amazing is that Lars is letting us do this?
Yeah, that's cool. So is it a Honda deal or
no?
I like to rain on the parade.
Oh,
I'd like to just take my stock bike and none of those stupid starting devices or none of that fuck, whatever.
Yeah, but you ride all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't do starts all the time.
You probably do enough.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't. No, I'm
yeah.
picking. I was talking to Mike a minute ago about some flight stuff, and I brought it up. I go, I don't know what you're talking about. So he filled me in a little bit.
No, it should be fun. And like I said, I mean, maybe I get beat, and it's not the bike, it's the rider, you know. But I think on a stock bike, I'm not saying on another race bike. I think that Honda with the transmission and the gearing and the electronics for the grate and all that, I think I can beat him.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Right. Well, that'll be good.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll be in the 26 gear fly gear anyways, no matter which way it looks. We'll look good. So, by the way, Seat Concepts, our guy Max over there, he's not doing nothing, probably sitting around, lazy ass Max, right?
Yeah, he's pointing fingers.
Yeah, exactly. PulpMX 25 to save at seatconcepts.com. Great in the dual sport world, the Seat Concepts guys are, and of course Moto as well. Team Beta using Moto Concepts, Seat Concepts, I should say, seats, and Get and Athena. Speaking of the whole shot contest, I'll have Get ECU on HRC bike, and check it out if you want a 2-stroke CDI or a 4-stroke ECU. They've got you dialed in. Thank you to those guys. All right, let's switch a little bit to racing, Damon. I want to get your opinion on Tomac right now. He had his worst race of the year at Millville. Motor blew up at Red Bud. He's kind of out of this thing. What do you like? Is there and JT and Wygan, and we were battling a little bit. Imagine that they were because James Stewart, obviously they work with James, and James is saying, look, once you know the title's out, and it was after that DNF. I mean, it was barely there anyways, with Jet being amazing. James is saying on the broadcast, like once the title's out, you sort of lack your motivation, and to me, like you still get $100,000 to win a race, you still want to be the man, you still want to be a champion. All of that. Yes, the title is gone, but I kind of disagree with James a little bit. JT and Weege were pushing back a little bit about it. Millville was not good for him. It was so out of character. But what do you think? Put yourself in that mindset.
I definitely disagree with the championship being out and not wanting to go win.
Yeah.
Because honestly, once you're out, the pressure's probably off a little bit. You have nothing really to gain or lose, so why not go for it and go try to win a race or be a spoiler or whatever you want to be? So I don't think that would have anything to do with it. I mean, again, I'll be the first to tell you I'm a little bit out of tune with it because in the summertime I don't spend a lot of time behind the TV whatsoever because I want to be outside and riding. But I get bits and pieces and I get enough. I just think the guys are on point, man.
Yeah.
They're good, and you guys know the whole story. And I just think it's harder for him. He missed he missed some time of racing, and I know Jet did too. But what's the age difference there? And that makes a lot of. And I'm not saying that somebody that's 30 or ever how old Eli is, 32, 33, 32, that can't beat a 25 or wherever how old Jet is.
Jet's 21.
Jet's about to turn 22.
Okay.
Wow. So yeah, super young. I don't think that's out of the question. I just think sometimes recovering and coming back, to some of those injuries is tough.
Well, we were talking about before you sat down, and JT mentioned this. This is a big weekend for him. Like, okay, Millville, all right, crappy day, it happens. Maybe you're sick or whatever. We got a one-sentence quote from him in the press release, so no one really knows what
we got a one-sentence quote from the PR manager.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we got.
So this weekend's big for him. This has to be
it's his best track on paper.
Yep.
Career-wise.
So he's got to really answer it. And if he doesn't, I mean,
what I'm waiting for, and Damon, I know this about you, how angry he had to be last weekend riding around in 9th and 10th. Like that enough in its
getting past too, not only
right, going backwards.
Yeah.
Like if that doesn't fire you up as a person, as a competitor, I don't know what else will. Like you're 90 seconds off the lead. You're battling with guys that you probably don't even know who they are.
Right.
Never heard of them. And you're back. Like seriously, like I
Guillaume.
he got straight up passed and gapped by Guillaume.
Yeah.
Like I am looking for some sort of response from him just on a pride level this weekend.
Yeah, no, I think so. And I think when you're at his age, I mean, I can remember riding then. Obviously, I was done. But then this riding then, it's like your pride to me is way, way bigger than it was when you were 22 or 23, I personally think. And I think that you can be very strong at 34 or 32 or whatever the age is there. So I don't think he's lacking that. I mean, again, it's probably mental, and he's been working really hard to beat those guys. But I think this weekend will be interesting. I mean, it looks like the weather's going to be nice.
Yeah.
So the track should be easy for those guys. And hopefully, it'll still be ready, but racing ready.
Yep.
To where it's not a continual rut around the entire track to where the guys can't move around. And and I know he's good in that, but yeah, I mean, it's I think it'll be good racing and be good for the fans.
Yeah, it should be awesome for sure. Fly Racing Moto 60 Show, Damon Bradshaw, Jason Thomas here. And again, thank you to O'Neill Team Home Lending, ASV, Seat Concepts, Get Athena, 100%, Decal Works, and also the folks at Maxxis Tires, all on board with us. And yeah, man, I'm sorry for the no video today, but we got audio. We're also going to talk to Damon and Shorty and Kennard.
Weston just showed up.
Weston Pike later on here at Portland International Raceway. Really cool event here tonight as well. I think Carson Brown might stop by as well too. So a lot of people, I don't necessarily agree, Damon, but a lot of people talk about Hayden Deegan reminding them of you, right? I'm sure you've heard this before. Have you had interactions with him? Have you talked to him much at all?
Were you big on TikTok?
Yeah. Have you seen his TikToks?
No, I have. I've heard bits and pieces, and
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know Hayden. We've taken a photo together, and that was it.
That was it? Okay.
I don't even know if he knew who I was
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
It was Brian's, idea, but
Brian I think would educate him a little bit on you.
Brian's pretty knowledgeable about Moto,
Yeah.
right?
But-
like he did some silly things when he was younger, but
Yeah.
I think he knows what's on.
again, I have never watched any of their videos any of that, and I'll be the first to say that I was not a fan just of that whole video thing. And again, they developed a way to make really and have utmost respect for them. But a couple of years ago, when we did our anniversary here for the Yamaha deal at Washugal, and I got to go out on the track and watch, and as he was coming through the pack, and he got into the lead, and when he got into the lead, it was like he just stepped it up another notch, and that brought me in as a fan right there, and it reminded me of an old Bob Hanna ride.
Yeah.
It's like when I get into the lead, I don't just want to beat you. I want to just beat you down so you think about it the next week and the next week of how bad I just put it on you guys.
Yeah.
Well, when I saw that brought me in as a fan. Again, I don't watch TikTok. I hear bits and pieces of all of that, good press, bad press, whatever.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, if you want to run your mouth and you want to do stuff, but if you can talk the talk and walk the walk, then you know what?
Yeah.
He's already said what I would say.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan. I think he's exciting to watch to ride. Now, what's going to happen when 450 comes? I have no idea. I don't even know what their plan is there. But and everybody always,
looks like 450 motocross next summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be the first time.
So
yeah.
We'll just see. I think it's one of those things that's cool about the sport. Everybody's going to be concerned about that. I've gotten it asked a bunch. What do I think? And I'm like, man, that first little bit, the hype, but he's going to have everything to gain and really. I mean, I guess he has something to lose, but he's going to have a lot to gain. And I remember being in that position, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was way better to be in that position until you won, until you did it. And then once you did it.
Wow, it's the old Rick Johnson thing to you on the podium,
it's
right?
It's all expected, buddy,
in Japan, in Osaka.
But I love to. I mean, it's like, Jet and those guys are unreal, and there's certain things that they do that are cool, but they just make it look super easy.
I do wonder, once he goes into 450 class, if some of the rhetoric and podium stuff slows down a little bit.
I think it will. I think it will until he's ready to win.
Yeah, and also he's older.
That's been his MO. He has always been deferential, won't run his mouth until he feels like he can be. He's in a position to where I've got these guys now. Then he leans into it.
Yep.
It's been pretty consistent.
You got to. You could go in there cocky if you want, but then when you get shot down. But once you can build that confidence, and I think he has shown that, because I've had people, ask me, well, do you think if he is in that position and whatever rider it might be in the 450 class is starting to pull away from him for whatever reason, it's a different motorcycle, is he going to over push the limit and hurt himself? And I'm like, dude, he hasn't shown that all the way from wherever to this point now. And if he does crash, he's either tougher than hell or he knows how to crash, because it's like a cat.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude don't hit the ground good, and he's digging to get back up. And
he's had some big ones that he's gotten up from.
Right,
too,
and I like that, and I think that whether you know how to crash or you're tough or whatever, I think it all has something to do with it, because we see guys that fall over and they're injured, and it's like, how does this happen?
Yeah.
He's got some Sexton in him. Like, they hit the ground and they're just built solidly, right? Like, some guys are fragile. Like, they hit the ground and you're like, oh, he's hurt, and other guys don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, like JT said, I truly think that he's smart enough, either him or he's got the right guys in his corner, that he's going to wait until it's his time.
Did you? I'm interested in you. So at 16, you come out. So you would have been 17 in '89, right? 16 in '89.
16.
You podium San Diego on a 250, 450 now.
Yeah.
And then you race and you win the East Coast 125s. Then you go battle Kedrowski for the title. You lose it, but you fastest guy. Bob Oliver is still angry about your Redbud incident. He still holds it against you.
Yeah.
Because you would have won the title.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah. So, anyways, you come out of 90 and you win the first 2 rounds, right? And then you hurt your ankle. You win the first 3?
Diego.
First 2. I think you won the first 2.
Yeah, and then San Diego was the third one.
Did your ankle in. But I'm wondering, like, did you, and you were the kid, you weren't the same, you didn't have TikTok and everything, but did you have some vets, not so much RJ because you knew him a little bit from the Omaha days, but did you have vets that kind of wanted to check you a little bit?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, yeah.
For sure. None of those guys wanted to see me do well.
So there was a little bit of this, screw this kid.
Oh, 100%. Every single one of them.
Because I felt like you were cocky on your interviews, but you were respectful also.
Well,
in a way.
Yeah. I feel like that. I felt like, you know what, if I got my ass kicked today, I had no problem saying that and giving credit where credit was due. I didn't get much credit from those guys because, again, I was a young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was RJ and Johnny and Jeff Ward and, a lot of veteran guys that I looked up to as a kid. But yeah, no, and I don't. There wasn't many guys there, even in the back of the pack. I just think I was a cocky kid, and they wanted to see me get beat. But I liked that, and that motivated me because I didn't want to be their friends.
Yeah.
I didn't need them as friends.
Right.
I know these guys look at it now. Oh man, you need some friends. You need. No, you really don't, man.
Because it switched from the cocky kid kicking the vet's ass to like 2 years later, now you're the man. You know what I mean? And now
then there's somebody young coming again.
Yeah. Like you're only 20, but now you're already the man. So now the things change a little bit where you have pressure and you're expected to all the things you've talked about.
Which is very tough.
But at 90, you're playing with house money still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I look back and, talking about the whole filter thing, Villapoto still tells me today that I don't have a filter when it comes to the riding and all of that stuff. But it's
and he does?
Well, we thought he did and again, I only got bits and pieces of Mammoth, and I was talking to some guys last night. He's like, man, I just pulled out the filter. But I think when you have it in you, man, it can be pulled out. But he doesn't do that at our Yamaha events. He stays in check and rides a little bit, even though I ride twice or 3 times more than he does, and he's not here to defend that. So I can say that.
That's great.
But yeah, no, I didn't really have that back then. I wanted to win. And I did not want second or third or whatever, and it cost me. I mean, I had some crashes, but I was pretty decent at crashing for the most part. To where like Hayden, I think he's think he's going to be a little smarter, and I hope. And I mean, everybody wants to see that next battle, right? Even though Jet's going to the bank, the way I look at it, and people can hate it for whatever. Oh, we don't like that guy win all the time. Well, what's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Anyways.
I think outdoors, Hayden will have something for Jet. Indoors, I'm not so sure yet, but that's another.
It's going to take a learning process. I mean, it would be really cool if he comes in and takes the world by storm, but man, it's a whole different bike and different class. And even we said that about some of the greats. I mean, even McGrath. I mean, when he was making that jump, it was like he's very good, but what's it going to be like on a 450? Can they make that jump? Because there's been guys that haven't been able to.
Yeah. Well, and I want to see it. The riding technique is different. Like. You look at Jet style, you look at Roxon style, it's perfect for a 450. Use the power, low RPM, like take what the bike gives you. Deegan's at 12,000 RPM the whole time.
Right.
I don't know, like it's like Barsha, right? Like, can it work? Yes.
Oh, I don't think he's like Barsha.
But it's similar versus like Jet or like it's a different.
But even like Tomac,
style.
I mean, Tomac's pretty explosive and
he
rides.
can use it. I just want to see how does that
strength-wise. You mean?
Does he attack it the same way?
Yeah.
Does it work? He'll be fine, but I think they're so dedicated to learning, they'll figure it out. But that's going to be an adjustment he has to make, I think. Like, just holding the damn thing wide open the whole time, it's very rare that people can do that. Like, Tomac is like 1 of 1.
Right.
I put him – you're right, JT. You're totally right. Don't get me wrong. But I put Hayden like Carmichael. He's not going to figure it out. He's too small.
I'm not saying he can't.
Like
I'm just saying that's what I want to see.
To me, Hayden is in the class where – of a all-time great where he will figure it out.
Well, he does, but he does have some things to figure out. Like his whoops are not.
Yeah.
Like you look at the guys he wants to race with, he is down on skill right now in the whoops from them.
Yeah.
End of story. Period.
Yeah,
full stop. Right.
Yeah.
So it's figuring those things out, and I will give Brian a lot of credit. Like when they know they have a deficiency, they will work tirelessly to fix that deficiency. But he does have some things he needs to get to where he wants to be out front, battling Jet, all the goals they have set. There are some holes to fill there.
Yeah,
They probably need to start hanging him by his feet.
Grow him a little.
Yeah, just get some of that from the crotch to the foot, space. Because if you look back over the years, I mean, man, there's not many short guys that could go. And I'm not calling him short, but he's definitely smaller than the NC. Go through the whoops.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
No, you're right.
And then that recovery of being able to get out of shape and have enough leg to save the bike
for sure. Fly Race and Moto 60 show, JT. We've reached a point of the show where I have to ask you to pick your winners for Washugal. It's always something we do.
I mean, it's really easy. It's really easy.
I dig deep here.
Yeah,
but
I mean, this track, Deegan is gonna wallop everybody.
Okay.
That's some confidence.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is his best track.
Yeah,
this
no,
is his
I
best
agree,
track.
man.
He's
This
the
is
best
what made
rider
me
on
a
his best
fan.
track, and he is really, really not thrilled about. He won the overall last weekend, but he's personally not thrilled about giving up some moto wins.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to want to really show
just
guys what's
put
up.
it on him. I hope so.
Yep. And then I do think Jet wins. I don't think it's his best track, but I think he'll do enough to get the win. He can
step it up or step it down or whatever he needs to do.
Yep.
All right. Well, sounds good. Listen, flyracing.com, Moto 60 show. Dealer gear is available tomorrow, July 18th, 9 a.m. Get it in there. It'll be on the website. You can check it all out. And if you're at PIR, come by today and tonight when the gates open. It'll be available as well. So again, thank you to the sponsors. Use the codes. Appreciate it. JT, thank you. Appreciate it. And the great Damon Bradshaw. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Hey,
and,
thank you guys.
Yeah, always good to see you. And we'll talk to you later.
I appreciate it. And you were talking, Seat Concepts. I was just sitting there looking. They've been saving asses for a long time, and I'm a big part of that. I actually just got a new adventure seat that I'm going to be doing some testing on. So I enjoy those guys and appreciate them. Obviously, I have probably 4 different types of motorcycles and seats on everything I have.
You can use code PulpMX25, all caps, and get a Seat Concepts deal on it, like from the one Damon Bradshaw uses.
How weird is it to Max is here, but not
here?
Fly here.
I think we're past
It's
that,
weird
aren't
for
we?
me, man.
Oh, it is?
I mean, it was an everyday thing. Dude.
Right.
For a very long time.
Yes.
No, that's a
it's
good
funny.
point.
I visited him yesterday at their office before I left, taking a seat by there and picking one up. And it's just,
I mean, that's from 09 till now. Everyday thing. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, listen, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. We'll see you in a couple of weeks here on the Fly Race and Moto 60 show.